How are we doing? How are we doing? Apologies, apologies. I went downstairs and I started watching a vampire movie with the wife and completely lost track of time. Apologies, you know how it goes. Lots of gore, lots of guts. And all the vampires lived at the end, which was weird. If you haven't checked it out, it's called Abigail. But yeah. Yeah, I think he is. I think he is. Let's be fair. I don't think anyone's going to pay 150 million quid for his eye. Sorry. I mean, if you've looked at the thumbnail for this show, it's all about another elite striker who can do bags and bags of goals for us. And that's Oshimen. I've got about 25 different articles about Oshimen and about 25 different updates about Oshimen. So I told you a long time ago about Victor Oshimen, and it's all coming to fruition right now. You've lost count how many times watching vampire movies. Fair one, mate. Fair one. I hope you're all well. I was on Mo's channel before. I didn't really get a chance to talk about Liverpool, to be honest, which was pretty crazy. We ended up talking about lots of other clubs and not Liverpool. I mean, the conversation was around like who's got the best midfield, which I don't think Liverpool have got a better midfield than Newcastle's, just from what I've seen. Like Newcastle dominate our midfield in every game. Like they pretty much dominate every midfield in every game. But you throw in Wirtz and you're a game changer. It's a different midfield. It's got far more attack and threat. It's got far more creativity than it had before. We'll see what happens. If you're reading what I'm reading about Chelsea, who are about to dump Jackson, I can't see Ekitike being in Germany much longer. Ekitike's waiting for Liverpool to sign him. Liverpool aren't signing him. They're not signing him. They're not spending £85 million on a project. We've been down that road. We've absolutely been down that road. And we're about to dump what we went down that road with for maybe £25 million loss. Like we've had the Nunes train. Like we've tried it. We've been at every stop with it. We've got on and got off, God knows how many times, of the Nunes train. Unfortunately, we're all getting off now, and it looks like Liverpool are leaving him at the station. Like he can get left behind. Like he can go and get joined onto another train somewhere else, because we're not waiting anymore. Like the project is over. Like just like the Harvey Elliott project's over. Like sorry to burst your bubble. Like I know he scored a goal tonight for England under 21s. Good on him. The Harvey Elliott train has finished. That's over. Like it's past the last station. Like we're being ruthless. We're doing what Michael Edwards was brought into the club to do in the first place. He was brought in to do what he's doing now 10 years ago, but he wasn't allowed to do it because of a certain individual who has a monster ego. And the guy is still talking about Liverpool. like I don't care what you think about Florian Wirtz. I don't care what you think about Florian Wirtz, Jurgen. I don't care what you think about how we treat Trent. I don't care. Because you've been there and you walked away. You walked away from us, Jurgen. You left us behind. Okay? We moved on from you. We've moved on. We've moved on at a very fast rate without you. Yeah. We've moved on with a new guy, and the new guy's got all your players that you couldn't get to work to work. This guy's got better output from all the guys you couldn't get to work. This guy's got a league title that you couldn't get done in the last how many years? So I don't care what you got to say now. You talk about your club because you're at a different club. You're at Leipzig. You're not at Liverpool. You can talk about Leipzig, but I'm fed up of you talking about Liverpool because you aren't part of it. Okay? We gave you the keys to the city. God knows why. Because as soon as we done that, your ego hit the roof. And you then decided to start running the club internally from every single facet, every single angle. Like, and look where that got us. Got us nowhere. Got us Tin Pot Cups. Got us Tin Pot Cups. I'm sorry. I'm not a Liverpool fan to win Tin Pot Cups. If you've got the likes of Birmingham's and Portsmouth's and Crystal Palaces and Newcastle's winning Tin Pot Cups, Liverpool ain't winning Tin Pot Cups. Don't want them. Don't want them. Don't want them anymore. Don't want the Tin Pot Cups. I don't want the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup anymore. We're moving on to bigger things. We're moving on to Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues. Don't talk to me about Tin Pot Cups anymore. Leave that to the others. Leave that to your Manchester Uniteds and your Tottenhams and your Chelseas and that. Leave that to those guys. We're going on for Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues, and we keep on going. And if you listen to the players that we just signed, they're not here for FA Cups or Carabao Cups. They're not here for Community Shields. They're here for Premier Leagues, and they want more than one. They want more than one. Listen to Florian Wirtz. I come here to win again and again and again. Not one, not two, but three. No, he just wants to win all of them. He wants to win everything. Everything. I want everything. That's what you want. That's what we want. They're the players we're signing. They're the players we're signing. I'm all for it. Bring him in. Bring him in. Bring him in. What I want is I want players who bring their dads to their press conference launches and they make their dads put on the Liverpool kit and celebrate with them. That's what I want. They're the guys I want. They're the guys I'm signing for my club. Because that's what we all want. We want the player and we want the family. We want them on board. The whole shebang. Come on. Come on. Come on. Your dad can come. Your dad can come to the press conference. Of course he can. What, he wants to put the Liverpool shirt on with you? Do it. I don't see any other club doing the shit we do, because the shit we do is the best. It's the best. If it doesn't make you feel good, then I don't know what else will. If Frimpong turning around and saying to his dad, I did it for you, Dad. I did it. I'm with the team you love. Then that doesn't give you goosebumps. Like, if Kirkes, who hasn't even signed for us yet, if his dad turns around and says in a press conference in Serbia, oh, if Richard Hughes said I need to go to India, we're going to India. What more do you want? What more do you want? Like, is there any more you want? Because I don't see the other players doing that. I don't see any of the players Jurgen signed doing that. I don't see them doing that. This shit is locked down. The shit is locked down. Liverpool are acting like we are top of the perch and we are staying there. We've just signed 3 absolute belters and we've just won the league. with 3 absolute stinkers in their position. Tell me what's gonna happen there. Tell me what's that gonna happen? Like, tell me if that's gonna get better. Like, you're only gonna get better if you're signing players in positions where we didn't play well. Trent didn't have a good season. Robbo didn't have a good season. Nunes didn't have a good season. A lot of people said Jota didn't have a good season. Well, look where Wirtz is playing. Wirtz is playing where Jota plays. Frimpong's playing with where Trent played. Kirkes is going to play where Robbo played. I can only see good things. Can't be any worse than what we just had. And they were our worst positions. You've got Diogo Jota, who scored 1 goal in 2025. 1 goal in 2025. You've got Florian Wirtz, who scored about, I don't know, 15 goals, maybe even 16, 17 goals in total. Serious. Oh, I've got a super chat. Oh, big up 20 times. I think we aren't going to sign a centre forward and wait for Isak. No. We don't wait for players anymore. That's what Jurgen used to do. Jurgen used to wait for players. Jurgen used to go for one player. We couldn't get him, so we didn't sign anyone. No, we're spinning plates. We're spinning plates. Like, who haven't we spoken to? That's the question. Who haven't we spoken to? Never mind, who have we spoken to? Who haven't we spoken to? Because at this moment in time, there are 4 players. There are all forwards. That are all sat there waiting for the phone to ring. And for that phone to ring and for Richard Hughes to be on the other end of it. There's 4 players who are all number 9s, who are all sat there waiting for Richard Hughes to call them. And you can start with Alexander Isak. You can start with him. You can name Victor Oshimen. You can name Gyökeres if you really want, because he's waiting, because he hasn't signed for a club yet. And then you can throw Ekitike into the mix. And you can probably put Brian and Mbeumo on there if you really want to. Because I'm telling you, if we call Brian and Mbeumo and said, guess what, you're not going to Manchester United, fella. You're playing for Liverpool. It'd be like, how high do you want me to jump? What plane am I getting in? And that's how it is. Liverpool, we are making the decision ourselves. We're making the decision ourselves. Mate, I told you we were going for Isak for 101 million weeks ago. It's all coming up now. It's all coming to fruition now. The guy's just come out of hospital. Like, we're not going to bid unless there's a point to it. We don't do stuff like that anymore. We don't go and try and spend 110 million on a Caicedo after not even speaking to the guy. Like, that's not how we do things. We line all our ducks up in a row. We line all the ducks up in a row. And we know exactly what we need to do with Isak. We need to sell players first. And that's exactly what we're trying to do now. And there's a number of irons that are in the fire that could be leaving the club. And maybe the Mark Guehi one comes a lot quicker than we thought, because we've just moved off. We're just moved off a central defender. We need to provide space in the team for the players that we're going to sign. You can't just sign an Isak or an Oshimen or a Ekitike and you've still got 3 forwards all in the same position. Like, you have to move players around. And look, for me, I'll talk about Oshimen in a bit, okay? I'll talk about Oshimen in a bit. And for me, I just think there's two here now that are waiting. and I think it's Isaac, and I think it's Oshimen. And if I'm completely honest, like really, really being realistic, I think it's going to be Oshimen. I don't think it's going to be Isaac. I think Isaac's too much. I think it's too much. And there's a lot of rumours that he's willing to give them another year because they're in the Champions League. And I mean, I don't know whether that's true. Like seriously, like look, you have to really think of it from an Isaac point of view. And this is how I've talked about it on loads of shows. Alexander Isak signed for Newcastle for 58 million. Yeah. He's got them into the Champions League twice. Twice. Not once, but twice. He's got them into the Champions League. He has outperformed all of his metrics consistently for a number of years. Yeah. He's done his job. He's got them into the Champions League twice, and he's also won a trophy for the first time in 80 years. Alexander Isak is a hero in Tyneside. In Newcastle, he walks the streets, head held high. He's a hero to the Newcastle fans. If Isak turned around and said, look, guys, I've given you everything. I just don't feel I'm going to be able to win a Champions League or a Premier League with this club in the time that I have left in my prime. Alexander Isak's 25, about to turn 26. He might even be 26 now. So what you're looking at is a guy who's just hit striker prime, and he's got his injuries behind him, and he's now ready to go to the next level. Okay. Newcastle aren't ready to go to the next level with him. They're not. They need too many players. They need a new goalkeeper. They need some centre backs. They potentially need a right winger as backup. They could do with another striker. Newcastle don't have enough, and they don't have enough money legally because of PSR to improve the squad enough to challenge Liverpool for the league. So what do? We could give them the money to challenge Arsenal for second place. Isak turns 27 in December. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The guy is in his prime. Like, he can't wait around for another 2 years when he's 30 to even challenge for the Premier League. Like, they are so way off. They are like 20 plus points away from winning the Premier League. That's like 7 games. Like 7 games they need to win and we need to lose, or Manchester City, vice versa, whatever. So this is what you have to look at. He is 25. I thought he was 25. Yeah, okay. I thought he was 25. So you have to look at it from his point of view. And he wants to win trophies. Like, he's just won one with Newcastle. And he's not going to win. He's not going to win the Champions League, and he's not going to win the Premier League with Newcastle in the next, I don't know, 5 years. I would say 5 years. Like, I would say they're about, I don't know, I'd say they're about 30 players away from winning the Premier League. Like, they need to buy players and they need to sell players that they've already got that are good to then replace them. Like, that's how far away they are. And Eddie Howe's done a fantastic job, no doubt. But for them to turn around and say, oh, you're going to have to give us 150 million before we even think about it, I think it's really disingenuous to Isaac, because Isaac's given them blood, sweat and tears. And if he wants to move on because he wants to win a Premier League or a Champions League, then they have to understand that they're not going to be competing and they are stopping him from doing it. And the guy's given them everything. And if they sell him for 120 million, which is probably his value, they've doubled their money. But for them to think, oh, you know what, we're going to ask for even more. I don't think that's fair on Isaac. I don't think that's fair on Isaac. So depending on how this plays out, I think it's Oshimen. I think it's Oshimen. I think Mark Guehi could have changed our minds with spending as much on Isaac, because I don't think the Guehi one has been thought about enough by other people. But I think this Guehi one is a really opportunist one where it's too good an opportunity to turn down. Like, if we can get Guehi out of Palace for 50 million, and that is unbelievable business, because he's potentially a Virgil van Dijk for us. And I know you say that's wild, but Guehi is a leader. Like, he's a real leader, and he's really calm and collective, and he doesn't do crazy stuff. He's not rash. He doesn't try and win the fires. He's a really calm player, and he's really good for England. Like, he had a really good Euros for me. And if we could get Guehi for 40, 50 million, because he's only got a year left, that is an unbelievable bit of business. I'm sorry, because like, they turned down 75 million last year from Newcastle. Like, I think you're right. I don't think they'll go as high to even get a conversation, like to even get the conversation with Newcastle. But I don't know about the Zabani one. You know, I think the Zabani one could be a bit of media play, as in they're making us think that, oh, well, they're going for another player, so we're fine with Konate. But I think Konate still could be pushing for PSG. I don't think the PSG thing's finished. I think that could run all the way to the end of the window. If we get Guehi, he fights for that position with Konate, and then you really do have to see how committed Konate is then. But I also think this is a really good way of Liverpool getting Konate to sign a new contract as well, by saying, oh, we're in for Guehi. Konate could be sat there going, oh, hang on a minute, Guehi's a starter. Like, he could take my position. Like maybe that's a way of, you know, getting Konate to sign a new deal, or maybe even getting PSG to make a bid. I just don't know how that's going to work. But he's a good player, very good player. And just like Isaac, like, it's another guy that wants to win. Like, he's already won a trophy with Crystal Palace, like, as their captain. Like, he is a hero. Like, first time they won a trophy ever. And he wants to move on and do greater things. And I've got no issue with that whatsoever. No issue at all whatsoever. Like we're here. We're here. Come to Liverpool. Come to Liverpool. We got space for you, mate. Absolutely. 2 years' time, you can fill Virgil van Dijk's boots, and you'll be what, 26 then? Awesome. I don't think I'm not sure we play that football anymore, Kaiser. I don't think we encourage the crosses anymore like that. That's not how Liverpool is set up right now. That we probably don't need an aerial dominant defender, but he does win quite a lot of duels. Like, he wins more duels than Huijsen did, and we wanted Huijsen. So anyway, let's get to the big stuff then, okay? Because I know what you're all here for. You're here to find out more about the Oshimen stuff. So let's get onto it. Okay, there's 200 of you in here. If you haven't hit the like and subscribe, please do. And if you are new to the channel, let me know in the chat, and we'll welcome you. And also, if you've joined as a member as well, let me know in the chat, and I'll read out your comments and welcome you. Okay. Okay, so let's get to this stuff. Here we go. Okay, so Everybody's talking about Oshimen going to different clubs. Okay. This is from Turkey. Galatasaray are tired of waiting for Liverpool target Victor Oshimen because Victor Oshimen is waiting for Liverpool. Okay. Look, you're asking me where I get all my sources from. I get a lot of my sources from different countries because the journalists in different countries talk about the players that are linked to their clubs and they leak information about what they know about what's going on with those players. And I told you that the Galatasaray sporting director said that Liverpool are in talks with Oshimen and they're waiting for Liverpool to say no for them to make a move because he wants to come to Liverpool. He's waiting for Liverpool. Okay. So Galatasaray are tired of waiting. Oshimen was on. Yeah, it's just talking about him scoring 37 goals in 41 games. Should we just mention that again as well? 37 goals in 41 games. Absolute bagsman. Absolute bagsman. Okay. So he has a release clause of 75 million euros. All right. This is the number we need to think about now. Okay. This is the number we need to think about. Okay. 75 million euros is around 58 million quid. Okay. We now rate Nunes at 40 million quid. Nunes is rated at 40 million quid. Napoli wants 58 million pounds. It's actually probably about 60 million, but there or thereabouts. Okay, maybe 58, 60 million quid. That's what they want. Okay. We are trying to negotiate a swap deal. Okay, and this is happening, by the way. Like, let me just share another screen. This is in the Echo. This is in the Echo. So Liverpool are in negotiations with Napoli for a swap deal for Oshimen, Nunes, and Chiesa. Yeah. The problem is Napoli rate Nunes less than 40 million. They don't rate him as 40 million like we do. So they rate him even less, which is really unfortunate, but it is. It is what it is. And they want another 17 million pounds. So they want us to pay 17 million quid and give them Nunes and Chiesa for Oshimen. That's what they want. And they are dead set on this. Like, they will not budge on this number. Okay. However, where is it? Close. Where is it? 2 seconds. Sorry. Where is it? I've just had the screen up. Keep on getting pop-ups. Sorry. Keep on getting like advertisements that then I can't close the screen. Like, I don't know why. Like, I literally can't close the screen with the advertisement. Okay. Where's this one? Okay. Okay, here it is here. Ooh. Okay. So Galletti is adamant that a possible move to Anfield could also be an option. And with the Reds currently willing to sacrifice players to the Serie A as Darwin Nunes and Federico Chiesa, Galletti claims that in recent days, preliminary talks are taking place between Liverpool and Napoli through intermediaries to discuss the possible high-level swap. The Reds are very open to the departure and keen to obtain as close to 85 million investment. We're not going to get that. Like we're trying to get money for old rope. It's just not going to happen. Okay, it's not going to happen. Okay. Galatasaray are pissed off because they've just been waiting too long. And I'm just going to show you his numbers just for the shits and giggles. Yeah. 147 goals in 261 games. Okay. People say he's not a bagsman. Are you out of your mind? Like, look at his numbers. His numbers are mental. His numbers are just mental. He did it at Lille, did it at Napoli, did it at Galatasaray. Like, and he did it when he went on loan in Belgium. Like, his numbers are mental, and he's still only 25. I mean, I think he's just turned 26, by the way. Also, this is today as well. Oshimen now begging out to be signed by Liverpool. The guy wants to come to Liverpool. Like, he wants to come to Liverpool. This is what we want. This is what we've all cried out for. We've cried out for world-class players to want to come to Liverpool. How many times have we sat there and we've gone, oh, he's going to go to London. Like, he's not going to want to come to Liverpool up north. Like, it's the London pull. The guy wants to come to Liverpool. And I'm here for you. I'm here for it. Like, just fathom this in your head right now, yeah? Mo Salah on the right, Oshimen in the 9, and Florian Wirtz on the left. You've got 90 goals. You've got 90 goals. You've got 90 goals. Like, sorry, 90 GA, not 90 goals. But you've got 90 GA. Maybe even 100 GA off those three. That is mental. That is mental numbers. Like, you could get 30 GA off Wirtz. You get 30 GA off Oshimen. I mean, we got nearly 60 GA off Salah this season. Like, they're conservative numbers. Like, need to be putting someone like that in the 9. Like, and we're talking about upgrades. We're just talking about an upgrade, yeah? We're talking about moving Nunez and Chiesa out. Chiesa's played, what? I don't know, 150 minutes worth of football in the Premier League. So he can just go. Like, what's the point? Like, he's not played, so why even class him as a player? So you move Chiesa out and you move Nunez out, who got 6 goals this season and has been a complete flop. Yeah? And you bring Victor Oshimen in. Just go and take that number 9 position, buddy. Go on. Go and take that number 9 position. What, you're begging to come to Liverpool? We're here for you, mate. Go and take that number 9 position. Let us see what you can do. Let us watch the mad comparisons between Oshimen and Haaland, and then let's watch Oshimen do what Haaland can't do in some games. Because that's what I'm waiting for. Because I'm waiting for them to start going, oh, well, he can't do what Haaland does, and then he does what Haaland does and better. And you're sat there going, oh, hang on a minute. Well, hang on a minute. This guy. When have Liverpool had a player? When have Liverpool had a player since, I don't know, Luis Suarez maybe, where he's on the pitch and you just go, I don't think the other team are going to be able to cope with him today. Like, you can just tell, like, in the first minute or two, that he's just going to destroy this team. Like, he's just going to destroy them. Like, and there's nothing they can do about it. Like, there's genuinely nothing they can do about it. It's done. Like he's literally just got onto the pitch, and you're already seeing, like, Nah, it's done. Like, and that's the vibes. That's the vibes I get from Oshimen on a regular basis. Like, you just watch him in games, and he's just completely unplayable. Yeah. My screen's glitching. 2 seconds. Screen is glitching. 2 seconds. Hang on. Bear with me a minute. There's like 100. Sorry, there's like 270 of you in here. Can you hit the like, subscribe, please? Do us a favor. Just do that. Just do that quickly. That would be really good. I'm just going to close down this website. I think that might have been the reason why. Was that the reason? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, okay. Oh no, hang on, let me close that sky as well. Okay. So what else have I got for you? I'm going to close that page as well. All right, I've got a bit more going on. Yeah, Chiesa's done. Let's be all honest. Like, let's be completely honest. Like, Chiesa's done. He's not going to be staying at Liverpool. I'm just going to come off screen for a sec and then just put myself back in state. Is that any better? No. I don't know what's wrong with. Is it lagging? Is it lagging? Hang on, I'm gonna have to close some more screens. Okay, so let me just close this screen. Oh, okay. It was the actual screen that I had shared. Okay, all good, all good, all good. Can you hear me okay? Yep. Okay, cool. Right, okay, so I also wanted to talk about yeah, I also wanted to talk about this guy. Let me just share the screen. I want to talk about this guy for a little bit because I think this guy needs some flowers, if I'm completely honest. Like, I think this guy really does need some flowers. Like, he's done a bit of a madness, like, to be fair. So I think I said this on Don's show last night. I think Richard Hughes needs some major flowers. Like what this guy had to endure when he came to the club is just it's beyond a joke, to be fair. Like, there are very rare that a director of football comes in and he needs to get a manager, an entire medical team, an entire coaching staff, and he also needs to sort out a new sponsorship deal with the shirt sponsor, and he also needs to sort out 3 of the biggest contracts of 3 of the biggest players at the club. And he's just come in to replace Jurgen Klopp because, I'm sorry, like, Jurgen Klopp was the director of football at Liverpool for the last couple of years. He just was. So he's come in to do an absolute mammoth job. Like, it's a monster of a job. And he's also come into a club which are gargantuan compared to Bournemouth. Like, Bournemouth haven't even got 20,000 stadium. They haven't even got a 20,000 seat stadium. Like, Liverpool will take 20,000 away fans with them anywhere if they could. So this guy's come in and, like, he needs flowers because, I mean, what he has achieved is pretty astounding. It's pretty astounding. So he came in, yeah. Everybody wanted Alonso. Everybody wanted Amarin, even me. Okay. Everybody wanted Thomas Frank. Like all of the managers that everybody wanted, Richard Hughes was like, not having it. Not having it. This guy, Arnie Slot, is the one. This guy is the only one that can come in and hit the ground running and take on what Klopp's left behind. And that's what he's done. So he got him, and then Arnie Slot gave him a list of who he wanted to take with him. Slowly but surely, pecking away at that list, ticking them off. Nutritionist, performance coach, physios, everything, just assistant manager, working your way down that list. And he got all of them in. Stellar job. Then he then had to start moving players out. Carvalho was a problem. We all know Carvalho was a problem. Like, his attitude was a problem. We all know it. Seth Vandenberg's attitude was a problem. Whether you like it or not, read up on them. Read up on the pair of them. They expected to be playing in the first team. They expected it. You didn't want to work for it. They didn't want to work for it. They expected it. Sorry, guys. You're out the door. Got us great money. Got us really good money for those players. So we brought 60 million into the kitty. Yeah. Opportunist signing. Chiesa. It didn't work out. We know that. I'm not sure anybody knew. Even the medical staff knew that he had a problem with sleep disorder. I don't think anybody knew that. And then you've also got the likes of Mamadashvili, who is quite possibly the heir of Alisson, if all goes well. Like, the guy's 24 years old. He plays football games, and you honestly don't think that anyone can score past him. He has an aura in some games where you're like, no one's scoring past that guy today. Like, you're not going to get the ball past him. He can play like that sometimes. That is insane. That is insane to be able to get that guy for 25 million. 25 million we got Mamadashvili for. That's bonkers business. He's done it. Then, now's the problem. The contracts. I don't think he could have done anything any better. I really don't. Like, he got Mo and he got Virgil playing out of their skin for their contracts. Like, announcing in presses and pitch side chats, oh, I haven't had a contract offered to me yet, but, I'm just going to see how it goes. And he just got them playing out their skin, playing for contracts. Two of the world's greatest players playing for contracts, begging to stay. And he did it. Look, treat him mean, keep him keen. I don't know what you call it, but he did it and it worked. Couldn't have played it any better. Couldn't have played it any better. And now you've got Trent, Judas, Rat, whatever you want to call him. We all know now that Arnie Slot found out at the start of the season that he wasn't staying. We couldn't have played it any better. We couldn't have played it any better. We didn't let it affect the team. We didn't let it affect how things were going to run. We didn't sell him to Real Madrid in January, which would have caused a lot of trouble. It would have really split the fan base as well. And we don't need that negativity. So it was just perfect. It was just perfect the way that worked. And at the end of the day, we got 10 million quid for him. That's how much they offered us in the first place. We got 10 million quid. That's done. And now, this transfer window, like, we've just signed a world-class player. We've just signed, for me, the best player we've ever signed in my lifetime. Like, everything about him is world class. 2 years in the running Bundesliga Player of the Year. Like, I tell you what, let me just bring some numbers up on Wirtz. Yeah, let's just give a little. Let's just do this with Wirtz. Yeah, let's just do this with Wirtz. Okay, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Let's just do it. Okay, This was from Liverpool, by the way. Liverpool posted this. Okay, this is Liverpool. This is LFC. Okay, let's just look at it. Just look at it. The guy's 22 years old, just turned 22. Team of the season, what, 3 years in a row? Yeah. Europa League Player of the Season, 2 years in a row. Bundesliga Player of the Season. Hang on, let me take my banner down so we can just see it in all its glory. Bundesliga Player of the Season last season. Bundesliga Player of the Month 6 times. Europa League Team of the Season once. 31 caps for Germany, 7 goals. 197 appearances, 57 goals, 65 assists. The guy is a worldie. He's a worldie, and we have him. We have him. And Richard Hughes was instrumental in this signing. Instrumental. Like, it's been talked about by Wirtz's family. That's how important Richard Hughes was. Okay, the guy gets the flowers. Gets the flowers. The guy gets the flowers. The guy gets the kudos. Like, bravo, man, bravo! You have done an absolutely monstrous job for us, and you kept everything out of the news. You let Arnie get on with his job, and he done an impeccable job. Because guess what? You weren't meddling, and you didn't need Arnie to meddle either. You just let him crack on. This is the continuity and how seamless our club and institution can be run with the right people in charge. Arnie does his job and wins the trophies. Richard Hughes does his job and gets us the worldies. And guess what? Michael Edwards can go to FSG and get us the money. And the players, they do the business. And they do the business because they are challenged. The players are now challenged at Liverpool. They're challenged. You don't hit your targets, you're out. You don't perform, we sell you. We swap you if we need to. That's how it works. Like, Jurgen Klopp would have given Darwin Núñez another year. Jurgen Klopp probably would have got Trent signed up on another contract, even though the guy probably didn't want to play for us anymore. This is how it works. This is how it works. And no slight on Jurgen. Jurgen did a fantastic job, and he got us our first league title in 30 years. Amazing work. And he won the Champions League. Amazing. Thanks for the memories. Thanks for the memories. But it got stale, and you started to ask for too much power, and it became a problem because you couldn't handle the power. We've heard that. We've heard that in movies. You can't handle the power. You can't handle the truth. No, you can't handle the power. And that's how it is. That's how it's been. But the dynamic of breaking the director of football and the manager stroke coach apart so they could separately do their jobs on their own with their own teams. What has it brought us? It's brought us glory, and it's brought us stellar signings. And there's more to come. And there's more to come. Yeah, no, yeah. You can't handle the truth or the power. I know. Let me do a couple of shout outs while I'm here. 2 seconds. Let's just welcome all of my rebels in. Oh my God, there's so many. Big up John. Big up James. Yes, it was happening. Big up Harrison. Where are my rebels? Where are my rebels? By the way, can one of the mods put the membership link in the chat, please? That would be really good. If you want to become a rebel, it's £1. It's £1 a month to become a rebel. Big up Eric. I'm going to post up some new content. This yeah, by the end of this weekend, I'll post up another video. Bit of Kaiser. Who else have we got in? There's so many of you in here, by the way. I'm sorry I can't say hello to all of you. Who else have we got? Gary, big up Gary. I think that is all the rebels that are in. Where are we? I think that's all the rebels that are in the house. Good to have you all in. Okay, where was I? Okay, so I wanted to have a little. Oh, I've got 340 of you in here now. Oh, happy days! Has someone just done a raid? A rebel is a member. So if you want to become a member, then you become a KMAT rebel. I just gave it a name. Okay, that's what it is. Husam raid. Oh, big up Husam. Thanks for the raid. Thanks for the raid. Okay, so let's get into. Oh, big up regular. Hope you're well. Let's get into some of the Isaac and the Guehi stuff. So this one's interesting because. So this one's interesting. So this one's in the Express. So Liverpool set for talks with 70 million Inter Milan and Newcastle target. So Mark Guehi's targeted by Inter Milan as well. Like he's targeted by a lot of clubs, by the way. So 25-year-old. Palace value around 70 million. Newcastle, Arsenal, Tottenham are looking for a signature. We know that Newcastle had a £75 million bid last season rejected by Crystal Palace, which is an insane amount of money for him. But they did. Big up Sipsco. Happy days. Good to have you on board, mate. Good to have you on board. Welcome. Yeah, so they had a £75 million bid turned down. He's running into the last year of his contract and he's not going to sign a new contract. Now, there's a lot of rumours that he's willing to give them another year in the league, in Europe, and then leave on a free. But Crystal Palace want to cash in. And they need to, really. Let's be honest. Like, you can't afford to lose a guy that you can get 50, 60 million for. But if Liverpool sell Quansah for like 36 million and then buy Guehi for like 50, that's just an unbelievable bit of business. Like it's just a brilliant bit of business. It really is. And I do feel like Liverpool have been in conversations for this one. So according to Team Talk, who report that Palace ideally value Guehi at 70, it would only take 45 million to consider a sale. And that price could be a bargain for Liverpool. Express understand that Liverpool have a long-term interest in Guehi. We have, like, and Arnie Slot has looked at him. Arnie Slot has probably had a conversation with him. Like, I would not be surprised if this one is already way, way, way down the line. I would not be surprised that the reason why Quance has gone as early as he has is because Guehi was always lined up. Like, and we'd already decided that if we didn't get Dean Huijsen, we had a plan B, we had a plan C, and obviously Mark Guehi is plan B. But we need to move players out. And this is also the next thing I want to show you, is I want to have a little talk about the homegrown quota that people may or may not be talking about. Yeah. So a club is allowed to name up to 8 players beyond the initial 17, because we have 17 non-homegrown players at the club now. Okay, just I'll start the article at the top. Okay, so when Liverpool come to submit their squad for the Premier League, they will be allowed 17 players that don't count as homegrown or under 21. The same rules apply to the Champions League, except that the fact that under 21s must also be homegrown to be exempt from the 17. Okay, that's why a lot of Champions League teams have loads of kids in there, because they are homegrown and they're under 21. Yeah. So between the age of 17 and 21, and you've been at a club for I think it's 2 years, then you're classed as homegrown. Okay. This means that currently, as of July 21st, yesterday, Liverpool would need to sell or not register at least 2 of the 18 non-homegrown players to allow any further non-homegrown signings to be registered. So think of it like this, yeah? We need to sell the non-homegrown players that we don't want at the club anymore. They need to go. Like, we need to remove them off the list. Otherwise, we can't put players on the list. Okay, so we need to get them off so we have space to put people on, which is why the likes of these individuals that we're going to talk about now are on the chopping block. Yeah. So Florian Wirtz is now Liverpool now have 18 homegrown players because Wirtz has been added. Okay, so we're now over the quota, and Jeremy Frimpong has also been added, but because he's non-homegrown, he's homegrown, means that he's not part of it. Also, Kirkes would also count as non-homegrown, so he would be another player that needs to go on to replace someone who's got to go. And this is the list of the players that will probably have to be taken off. Yeah. So you've got Darwin Núñez, you've got Federico Chiesa, you've got Andy Robertson, you've got Kostas Tsimikas, and you've got Diogo Jota. So you take all of them off, then you're reducing the numbers to then add players on. So if you do want to sign a Victor Oshimen, or you do want to get an Ekitike, or you want to get an Alexander Isak, and maybe you do want to sign another player, like another foreign player, then you need to have the space. And that's why we need to move Núñez's, Chiesa's, Robbo's, Kostas, Jota. They all need to move out of that squad because they're all the non-homegrowns. The likes of Gerald Quance, Harvey Elliott, Ben Dokes, those guys, they're homegrown. Like, that's not going to matter. Like, the Tyler Mortons, the Joe Gomez's, they're homegrown. So they can stay. Like, it doesn't matter. They can stay on the list. Like, we need to move these ones on. Otherwise, we're not going to have space on the list to add anyone. So these are going to be the first on the chopping block. 100%. 100%. So, of course, Liverpool will also be able to buy and sell players after August the 15th, with another registration deadline for the first half of the season coming following the transfer window closure. But that's like after the window, that's after the league started. So Liverpool's squad on the 21st of July is this: non-homegrown, Ali, Mamadashvili. Remember, Mamadashvili's non-homegrown. Virgil van Dijk, Canate, Robbo, Simicas, McAllister, Gravenberch, Wirtz, Soboslai, Endo. Endo's not homegrown. Salah, Diaz, Jota, Nunes, Chiesa, Gakpo. And then obviously the homegrown players: Morez, Davies, Gomez, Frimpong, Quansah, Bradley. Quansah's going. Bradley, Phillips, Beck, Ramsey, Stevenson, Williams, Jones, Elliott, Morton. And then notably the under-21s we can use: Petke, Naoni, McConnell, Dans, Kumos, Doak, Basetic, Chambers, and Gordon. So we've got plenty, but it's this one here. We can't register any more. We're already one player over. So we need to move Chiesa, Nunes, Robbo, maybe Simicas, and maybe even Jota to reduce the numbers to get players in, because Kirkes has to be registered. He's got to go in there to replace someone else, which is why we are waiting so long to sign a number 9, because we need to move the number 9s out to actually register them. Otherwise, we can't register players. And this is what people aren't talking about. It's the logistics. It's making space on a registration where they can actually play. It's all well and good having them at the club, but you'll have to deregister players. So that's why we need to sell them, and not just deregister them. They need to be sold. So yeah, this is an interesting one. There's going to be some names that disappear off this list. Like, I don't know who, but I've got a feeling Chiesa and Nunes will be the first, and that will happen very soon. It looks like Robertson's agreed to the Atletico Madrid move, by the way. I can bring that up in a bit and show you. And that's 100% why we're probably not going to get a foreign midfielder, because we haven't got the space. Like, we have not got the space to even play them. Like, it's just not how it works. Yeah. That's interesting. Curtis Jones isn't on this list. Oh yeah, he is. There he is. Sorry, yeah, he was. He was on the list. You don't think we're getting Oshimen? If you watch my show back, you might change your mind. So that's the homegrown quota that I hope you like me talking about. I thought this was brilliant. This was a couple of days ago. Someone brought this up. So far, this transfer window has been absolutely class, but I'm still reserving my judgment on FSG. We need to make sure we are not left short. If we sign an Oshimen and a centre-back, only sell the below, I may be removing the FSG out sign on my bio. So he wants Robbo, Darwin, Elliott, and Quansah to all be sold. And he talked about Oshimen and centre-back. Well, guess what, Ash? Your dreams have come true, because it looks like that's what's going to happen. Like, after you said that, we were heavily linked with Oshimen, and obviously Mark Guehi's popped up. Brilliant stuff. I also wanted to point this one out as well, because I mean, I'm not looking for apologies, but how many times did I actually say that we were going to be paying 40 million or less for Kirkes? How many times did I say that Liverpool were not going to pay the 45 million that Bournemouth wanted? Shall we count it on my hands? Like, we were never going to pay 45 million. And I don't even think we paid 40 million, by the way. I also think we're paying in 4 installments. but I can't confirm that yet. But I think that we're also paying in installments, which means we're probably not even going to pay the full amount straight away. So that's the one, mate. We're not even going to talk about Fab talking about Oshimen. He hates the guy. Fab's also being paid by Napoli. He's saying he isn't going to say anything good about him. So I'm going to close some screens down. Bear with me. Where are we? So I'll do the centre back again quickly. So we talk about. So this is just now about, I don't know, about an hour ago. So Liverpool transfer roundup as a new centre back target emerges and Reds make Victor Oshimen approach. So Victor Oshimen, Liverpool make Victor Oshimen proposal. While journalist Fabrizio played down talk of Alexander Isak joining, there were further links to Napoli hitman Oshimen. Actually, where have I got the Fab links? Well, there's loads of links to Oshimen, by the way. Like just do research. It's all there. According to reports coming out of Italy, Liverpool are pursuing a swap deal, which I've told you about, with Chiesa and Nunez. However, it's being claimed that Napoli have little interest in accepting such a proposal and are holding out for the 64 million valuation. That's not true, by the way. They're looking for 40 million. So they'll take Nunez. They'll take Nunez and Chiesa, but they also want 17 million. That's the number being touted. Liverpool are also keeping close tabs on Castello Luqueba, just in case we don't get Guehi. But Leipzig value the player at 74 million, and he's got a release clause. I know we can work on release clauses, but I think he's way too much. We're also looking at Hato as a possible target. That's by Lewis Steele. Hato's already said he's willing to give Ajax another year. So I'm not sure about that. Also, Zaire Emery is also on our radar. If Zaire Emery doesn't break into the first team this year, I would not be surprised if he was a major target in the next window. I would not be surprised. Also Nathan Collins, you're right. He's also been looked at. Also Duran, but I don't think we're going to go for Duran because we don't want a guy who basically sold his career down to Swanee to go to Saudi for the money. It's not how we do things. And he does have a terrible attitude. They didn't get relegated. He plays for Brentford. Oh, who did Nathan Collins play for? No, Nathan Collins is what's the name, isn't he? He's the Brentford defender. Yeah, no, he'll cost quite a bit of money. Yeah, okay, cool. So what else have we got? This one's funny as well, by the way. I'm finishing the stream soon, by the way. So Quanta set to move for Leverkusen, 35 million, 40 million. We technically got Florian Wirtz for 65 million and add-ons, and we got Kirkes for free. Like, mad business. Mad business. Actually, I don't know how we got Kirkes for free. I'm confused by that one. We didn't get Kirkes for free. Okay, that's wrong. So I'm taking that one away. It's not fake news about Oshimen. It's just not fake news about Oshimen. Trust me. Like it's coming from every single angle. Oshimen stuff. Like every single angle, it's coming from the Oshimen stuff. Let me see if there's any new stuff on Oshimen just while I'm about to finish. 8 hours ago. So Liverpool could agree a deal to sign Oshimen as early as next week. Okay, this is 8 hours ago. Where's that? Let me read that one out to you. 2 seconds. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Is that Fabrizio Romano? No, it's not. I thought that was Fabrizio. You reported that. Where's the Oshimen stuff? Where is that? Have I just brought the screen up? Oh, it's here. Hang on. Darwin Núñez remains Napoli priority. Club won't advance on different options until they get a chance to get Núñez. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen on this one, and I'm finishing in a sec as well. I'm absolutely shattered. Not this. Let me just remove that. I am shattered. Hang on, let me just share my screen on this. Where is it? I think it's here. I think it's there. 2 seconds. No, that's not it. Is it there? Yeah, it's here. Hang on. Yeah, so Darwin Núñez remains Napoli priority, dream target. They won't advance or close on different options until they've had a chance. This was yesterday, by the way. So the stuff with Oshimen, I'm trying to find the actual article, which is on X. Hang on, I might have a screenshot. 2 seconds, I might have a screenshot. I took a screenshot. I'm just going to send it. And then I'm going to finish, okay, because I'm shattered. Right, where is it? It is here. Okay, it's NFC transferring. Why haven't I got that? 2 seconds, let me find it. I don't know why I can't find that. I think this is it here. Yep, here it is here. Okay. There you go. So LFC have offered an equal exchange deal, including Chiesa and Núñez for Oshimen, but De Laurentiis wants Chiesa and Núñez and 17 million in order to make the deal. That's from Volta Di Maggio. Okay, that's as new as it gets. Okay, that's as new as it gets. Okay, that's directly from Italy. All right. Oh, big up Heiss, and also look, we've got it all wrong with Oshimen's wages. He's on 190,000 a week at Napoli. Okay, he's never said that he wants 300,000. He's turned down 520,000 to not go to Saudi because he wants to win trophies. So, yeah, they're valuing Núñez at 35. We're valuing Núñez at 60. There's a big difference. We need to move on it, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. If we don't get Isaac, we get Oshimen. Like, I'm happy otherwise. Okay, but I don't think the Isaac's going to happen now because they just want too much money, and we're also linked with a load of kids as well, which which I wanted to talk about as well, but I'll do that another show, okay? But it's really late. I want to go to bed now, okay? But you all have a great evening, and if I don't see you again this weekend, have a great weekend. Enjoy the Club World Cup, because some people do, but just keep your eyes peeled. There's going to be big news coming soon. Kirkez next, Guehi, Oshimen, who knows? Sky's the limit with Liverpool right now. Up the Reds. If you haven't hit like and subscribe, do it now on the way out. And if you want to become a rebel, join my membership. I'll be posting up a video in the next couple of days. Take care. I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Oh, I will be going. Now I'm going. Bye-bye.